Hey guys, welcome to the worst Texas Parks and Wildlife Park in the state of Texas. Hey, what is it, like 7 years in a row? I'm not going to tell you the name of it yet, but we're going to go take a look. I'm going to break it down for you one more time just because it seems like the thing to do, and there's a very special reason that if you watch till the end, you'll know why I'm back here making this video despite the uselessness of making this video. It's all in what comes next here on this video. Thanks, like and subscribe, and let's get going, man. I'm going to show you around the parking lot here and all improvements, and then we're going to go down the trail, see how it looks down there. Woo-wee, I'm telling you, Texas Parks and Wildlife, what a deal. This used, and you know your way around here, you know this used to be a really great place to go fly fishing in the spring. We would chase sand bass, hybrids out of the lake right down there, heading up this river. And it was really just fantastic. And you could go paddling. You could put a canoe in. I'll show you the ramp for the canoes, kayaks now. And paddle for miles up that way, or come from up that way down here. I'm still not telling you where it is because you know where it is. I've been talking about it for so long. And wow, look at the improvements, will you? Woo, look at this. Doesn't this just look great? It almost looks haunted to me. It's like a haunted park. If you want a haunted experience, come here at night. I don't even, the lights are all broken out in the parking lot. All the trees are dead because of the flooding that happened. Not all of them. There's probably one or two that are still alive. And of course we have this is good. This is good actually. This right here. Do you see that? That is silt. Man, silt is some of the best soil you could ever get. Why don't you come get you a scoop of this silt when you come get you some stacks of firewood. Look at there, they started cutting on it. Woohoo! Let's look at this. Wow, progress. And broken glass, windshields. Hey, great dump spot, don't you think? Yeah, so we're starting to figure out where we are yet. Oh, let's go look at the trash can just for the fun of it. You know, I always look at trash cans at parks. Is that weird or what? Any state park in Texas that I go to, I look in the trash can. Because you know what you find in the trash can? Fish guts. And I like fish guts. Let's see what we got in this trash can over here. It says, no residential. Well, if nobody comes to the park, guess what? That's all residential, people. Residential and trash. So let's go on down. You figuring out where we are yet? You figuring it out yet? Let's go look at the rest of this ghost town, TPWD park. And I'll go ahead and tell you a little more about it. Okay. It's part of a chain. There's 3 parks that are chained together used to be chained together by a really great trail that went from Ray Roberts Dam all the way down here to 380. Now you know where I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just about giving it away. I'm still not going to say it though. And this is the 3rd in the chain. Well, it's pretty bad. I'll tell you why as we get down away from all this car noise about how it came to be such a bad place, such a forgotten wasteland, and so ignored by so many people to this day. 7 years worth, 8 years worth, I don't know, maybe 10. I know the floods were in like 2015. I was sick at that time, so that's, you know, some of that's a blur, you know. But let's go on down here. Look at all the down trees right there, bunches of them. Man, this is awful. And there's the beautiful bathrooms that were restored about 3 years ago. Here's the beautiful signage. Gone. And let's go take a look. Oh, I'm not gonna let you see that. I'll tell you where it is. Okay. Horses have right of way. There's your first hint that this place is truly effed up. Horses have right of way. Horses shouldn't be on this trail. Because there's no, well, they can now because there's no trail. It doesn't matter. But here we go. Last time I was here, I was standing in 3 feet of water. It's dry as a bone now, and that's going to bring up another topic I'm going to tell you about here in a minute. So who's responsible for this? You know, that's the big question. Everybody wants to find somebody that's to blame, right? To blame. People, the blame starts with the people. But let me get it in order, highest to lowest. Okay? The most responsible people is the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. They had a hands-off philosophy called let nature take its course, which is stupid. Because once you put a dam in at Ray Roberts, nature is no longer taking its course. That's just stupid. So that's dumb. They're number one. Number two, because of the size and the scope, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. Number two, most responsible. Now, what you don't know is that this Denton Greenbelt, that's where we are, falls under the jurisdiction of Lake Ray Roberts, Audubon, and the whole Ray Roberts system. Robbie Merritt is in charge there. He's a good guy. He's doing what his best he can. I know the guy. Nothing wrong with what he's trying to keep afloat, but this is a bridge too far. This is too much. So that's two jurisdictions that are here. Let's put a third jurisdiction on this. We've still got two more to go, the third and the fourth. Third jurisdiction. That would be the city of Denton, Texas. Now, the city of Denton is very much hands-off. What they did was they landed the property and land contracts that allowed for these things to be contracted. It's a subcontract, okay? From the city to TPWD. And Corps of Engineers, the river's theirs to fuck up. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. To mess up. And they've done a great job of it. So, there's three, the city. Man, that sound's starting to fade from the highway, but it used to be so quiet out here. Look at all the down wood. So what can I tell you about this wood, huh? Now they're starting to cut it down, that's good. You know, all the dead wood's getting cut out. Well, let me tell you a little something. I'll tell you later. So anyway, number 4. We have, first was USACE. Second, TPWD. Third, City of Denton, who does not, is so stupid. They don't know what kind of tax dollars and tourist attraction this could have been. And number 4 is you. I'm sorry, people, but there are roughly 300,000 people within 15-mile circumference of right here. So, if you don't think you have a role to play in fixing this, I'm telling you, you sure as heck do. Come on now. This is on you. Let me tell you my experience now. I can't shame Corps of Engineers. Their jobs are secure. They don't care. They're federal. I can't really shame Texas Parks and Wildlife. They're state employees and they're secure and their jobs are secure. And even promotions come along with these kinds of thorns stuck between their toes. I can't believe it. Third, get this. This guy who was El Jefe for all the city parks in Denton just got promoted to a bigger city job. Nothing done here, nothing done with a new corridor, a creek corridor. No. This is a perfect example of if you do nothing, keep your nose clean, and don't dabble in the employees, you get promoted. And I know a lot about the city of Denton because I used to work for the city of Denton in City Hall. It is terrible. But, can't go into details. I got an NDA on that. Anyway, so I've tried through different means. Corps of Engineers is probably the smartest ones. They never respond. Robbie will talk to me. He's a good guy, and that's why I'm really kind of easy on Robbie Merritt. This guy at the city of Denton is turning out exactly like I expected it to. Man, worthless. And so this is, you know what? Look at down this road here. Look at down here. Look at down this road right here. This used to be an improved trail, people, with nice surfacing, nice and smooth. Look at it now. Look at this place now, man. What happens is, years ago, you gotta watch the old videos. I've got so many of them. Corps of Engineers, let nature take its course. Big floods after the drought that ended 2014. Blows down all the trees that are dead from the drought. Boy, you gotta excuse me. I'm really battling this sickness still. It's only about 85 degrees out here today, December. And causes log jams all along the way. Well, everywhere there's a log jam, the water flows around and out into these flatlands right here, trying to get down to Louisville Lake. Well, okay, all right, I got you on that. Well, instead of going in and fixing the problem, what do? Nothing. Zero. So what happens is the water continues to flood every single time with the log jams. But log jams don't just magically disappear. Water fills out into the flatlands and kills trees. Bunches and bunches of trees. What was once a forested flatland, prairie type land is now a wet marsh, treed marsh. Has no place here. It has no positive function. It does not have enough water for waterfowl passing seasonally or any other time. It's a joke, okay? Let me give you the end consequence though. As you look around me, as you look around the dead trees, right there's one. Dead down up here. Let's go up here and look at this one. Let's get by something more dramatic. What do you say? So this one we're going down to here, I don't know, what would you say, 80 years old probably? This would still be a live and viable tree if the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers hadn't let the flooding happen. But they did. So have a look. Here we go. Here's what you get when you do a hands-off, let nature take its course. Does that look like nature cut that tree down? I don't think so. But this is what you get when the Corps of Engineers is around. Devastation. 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 The other side, the same. I can see all back in there, and there's more devastation back in there. People, come with me. Let's go look for some more. All right, we're on our way now. So I've given you the responsible parties. And let me give you a little kicker on this. I have heard from authoritative demographics people, demographicists, I don't know what you'd call them, that the epicenter of DFW population is moving. I think it was 1995, the epicenter for population, DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth, Denton, Collin, was a spot. They can find a literal spot in the ground where all population balances if you put them on a platter. Well, that was just south of the main runway, DFW Airport. Guess what? I want you to guess. Come on, guess what? Guess where the epicenter of the population is going to be in 2035? People, you're right. You are so right. The epicenter of the population in 2035 for Denton, Dallas, Fort Worth, Tarrant, Collin, counties. This ain't gonna stand up there. Yeah, maybe it will. Denton, Dallas, Fort Worth, Tarrant counties, epicenter. When you put that dot down, Highway 380 at Crossroads. If you drew a circle around this area right here, right now, there would be roughly, that's a 15-mile circle. Okay, so you put a string down here, go 15 miles out and draw a circle around it. I'm trying to keep it simple for myself. I'd say conservative, 300,000 people. And this is why I say that the people are responsible, is because you're not doing anything. And I can't get you to do anything because I've tried and I've given up. I'm done. I got better things to do than to beat a dead horse. And that's what this whole thing is one big fat dead decaying horse. I mean, oh, there's a good tree right there. Oh, we got to check this out. Oh man, look at this tree. Oh man, look at this tree. It's like a cottonwood, I think. No, I don't know what that is. I'm not a tree person. I work for tree people, but I'm not a tree person. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. How old do you think that this tree is, and how long do you think it took for this tree to grow that big? If it hadn't flooded here, that tree would still be there. It would still be standing, still be providing shade and habitat for birds. You ever wonder where the birds went? Well, they're sure as hell not here anymore. This place is wasteland. I mean, I don't hear a single bird. None. I don't hear any birds. For you birders. Now, here's the stupidity of all this. They opened it up again. I think it's been closed for a year. Just under a year. I think they had a hard deadline of getting it back open within a year. Now, my last video was probably about a year ago, a little less than a year ago, when that flooding was happening back up there at the entrance. Well, what have they done to mitigate the flooding? Oh, we should go back. We should go look. Let me just look at a couple more of these dead trees and then we'll go back and look. So we got 300,000 people, give or take 100,000. No. Let's don't give or take. Maybe 400,000 people within range of this once great TPWD park that was operated in conjunction with the cooperation of U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the city of Denton. Now, the third leg of the Denton Trinity, Elm Fork of the Trinity River, triple play, the Greenbelt, is still just, look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at these trees. When I came here last time, these trees hadn't been felled yet because I walked down here in the floods, and I think I probably stopped right about there because it's such a low point. The river was trying to find its way, other ways to get to Louisville Lake. Look at another one. It's just amazing. That tree could tell a story. The rings on that tree. That looks really interesting. Look at that. I'm going to show it to you up close. Look at that. Yeah, isn't that something? Man, I just don't get it. What is going through the minds of these people? I'll tell you what's going through their minds, really. These guys that are in control and in charge, finish your career and get the F out of here. Get your pension, get your government check, and go. Yeah, these trees are huge. These trees they've cut away. See, they cut away a tree that fell across here. And it was gigantic. Oh man, look how rutted this is. So there is one group that is active in the, not much. They don't do much of anything really. It's the equestrian club for the Greenbelt. And that's because they're riding horses. They don't care what kind of shape the trail's in. They're gonna mess it up anyway. I wanted to use the F word there, but I held back. So, equestrian people, they're gonna F up the trail. unless you do a couple of things. I have all kinds of solutions. Boy, oh boy, do I have solutions. Nobody wants them. Nobody likes them. But let's just say that they actually do something right. Clear the log jams, which will never happen. Gosh, I can't imagine that they will ever fix this. Ever, 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 ever. And what you would do is build up the trails to a height where they wouldn't flood anymore, which is 10 feet. Just like they have down in Dallas at the parks down there. There's a flow through right there where the river comes, river runs through it. You can see where the river came right through here. And pooled right here. Look at this. They've got some tire tracks, so somebody's driving up in here. Probably the TPWD people coming in here and cutting down these trees. But the sound's getting quieter now. Oh, peace and quiet. Did you know that you're only a few miles away from that if you live within 10 miles of the Denton Greenbelt Park at 380? The worst park in Texas. This is the worst park in Texas. TPWD Park. I was out early this morning, kind of foggy. It looked kind of like a ghost story. And I sometimes think that this is like a haunted park. It's so bad. But anyway, let me put this down from here. My hands are getting tired. So anyway, trail goes on. Looks like it's walkable. It's just a train wreck as usual. And what's going to happen? The log jams are still out there. So that means that when the time is right, floods come, go out like this, ruin all this, start all over again. But I hand it to TPWD. They chose not to start over again this time. They just scraped off the dirt and opened it up because they know that it's going to flood. And I'll tell you, you know, the last time before it opened and flooded, Robbie Merritt and his guys had come in here, repainted everything, just made everything perfect, like almost like a brand new park up there. But why? If you don't fix the flooding, what's going to happen? Just what happened. It looks like a hellhole up there. So, I don't know what the thinking was. Let me tell you another group that I really, really hate. And that is the Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation. Now those people, woo, talk about bad news. Wow. Bad news organization, Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation. They won't even give somebody like me and this the time of day. And you know why? They're a bunch of flat brimers in Austin, okay? Trust funders are running the show. Trust me. Trust funders, trust me. And so that, if it's not in Austin or the Hill Country or something way big scope that they can bring their corporate parents in on, it doesn't matter. They don't care about this. They don't. I tried to contact them. Even the person that was in charge of the program the last time I tried was living in Dallas. Not even the time of effing day. Okay? Nothing. So, thanks very much for that, huh? Anyway, let's get back to the main entrance and I'll show you all the great features this park has. Just beautiful and crazy, man. Just crazy. I'm telling you, this place is crazy. All right, let's go back to the entrance and see what's going on back there. I bet you nothing's going on. You know, in the early days of this park, and when I used to fish here a lot, especially in the spring, man, it was on. A friend of mine, I was telling him there's some strange behaviors going on out here, and I don't know exactly what they are. He said, oh, it's a pickle park. I'm like, what the heck is a pickle park? I never heard that term in my life. Do you know what a pickle park is? Well, the 380 corridor, Greenbelt Park, it sits on a major thoroughfare. And the funny thing is, you would see a whole whole lot of construction worker vehicles here around lunch hour. So Pickle Park is a gay hookup place, okay? Or, I don't know, bisexual. I don't care what they are. I don't care. That's just what it is and what it was. I had no idea. I'm so naive. You know, I must have missed 20 years somewhere along the way to not know that. But anyway, that was when I would fish and call the cops at the same time. These guys, man. I never saw anything. But they were moseying around out in the woods and standing there waiting for Joe Bob to show up. And it was kind of eerie and kind of spooky both at the same time. Now, there were, I don't know, 2 to 4 deaths on this Elm Fork of the Trinity River because of the log jams and morons trying to kayak it during flood stage, or canoe it, or boat it. I think a boater, 2 boaters. People, don't be stupid, okay? Please don't be stupid. This is fucked up, and it's going to remain that way. And that's why I've really given up on it. But I wanted to report on it. I'm going to tell you why I'm reporting on it here in a few minutes. So let me tell you guys about one more thing. We're going to look out into the future here. Let's just say that they continue to cut deadwood and let it lie right where it is. On this end, this side, the north side of 380, it gets wet, and it rains, and it floods, like I said. On the other side, most of it's high and dry. So what's going to happen? Fire. That's what's going to happen here in the Greenbelt. Down here on the south end, it's going to be a fire. And this stuff, once this stuff dries out, tender. People. They have no plan for fighting a fire down in here, nor do they have the apparatus to fight a fire down in here. I'm just telling you, that's the truth, okay? They are not prepared for a fire down in this area. No planes, no off-road, four-wheeling, whatever it would take. No roads, no ability to cut through. It's ridiculous. Now, one of my solutions has now evolved into, I was a dynamite guy for a while there, until I got some stupid people on Reddit. But anyway, that's another story. Boy, there's some stupid people on Reddit though. Here's what I think. You're gonna have to bring the bulldozers in and the big buckets, the cranes and everything else. So what you do is you create a roadside, you can forget all this, forget it. You're gonna create a riverside walk that goes all the way, elevated riverside walk that contains the water. It's that tall. Think about Trinity River down in Fort Worth, okay? Well, this is what we're talking about. This is the solution. So we build up a levee with the walks on top. This is for, by the time this is done, 500,000, 1 million people. And then they can be elevated, look down to the river, get to the other side where it's a wild side or whatever. But the way you create that is by clearing the river, digging it out, making it deeper where it needs to be deeper, where it's got those log jams and all that stuff. It ain't natural, but is a Trinity River down in downtown Fort Worth natural? Please. So that's what you got to do. And you got to get this deadwood out of here as soon as possible. Look at it. Man, we're talking fire here. A big one they have no plans for on any level whatsoever, from city to county to state, nothing. To the not even the U.S. Forest Service has a plan for this. And I see them, they come do controlled burns. Hey, great, controlled burns. They don't come in here and do controlled burns. This is a no-burn zone. There has been no burn in here, no burn over there, and they need to do a good burn or get this shit out of here. Because you're going to have a fire like what you've never seen in North Texas, and the wind is going to blow the smoke over 380. Shut it down. You shut down Highway 380 and see how people like that can't get home for their burger and fries, whatever. It's going to happen. It's a matter of time. I don't know. It might not ever happen, but it could happen. I mean, what's to stop it from happening? There's no event. There's nothing to stop a big fire from coming in here, turning this to charcoal. And you think that is letting nature take its course? Do you think we go from what it was to this, to a burned out charcoal field? That's nature taking its course? Come on, people. All right, I know you're not gonna do anything. Let's go back to the entrance and I'll show you how the greatness of what was there. Fantastic trees right here. Mostly cottonwoods. Mostly cottonwoods. Cottonwoods seem to hang on the best and get the biggest. So much deadwood, people. So much deadwood. There's more deadwood than there is live trees, okay? That's how much deadwood there actually is. More than there is live trees. I guarantee it. If you don't believe it, come out here and prove me wrong. I double dog dare you. All right, guys, before we get back to all that noise, I'm going to tell you what the secret is of this video. It was Christmas Eve 2024 when a downburst of rain came over Clear Creek, up to the north, up to the west. Not over the main river, not in Ray Roberts, not a release. And that brought the last flood on Christmas Eve 2024. You can check the article I have on that, and the quotes that I have and all that. Today is Christmas Eve 2025. This tells you all you need to really know about what's happening here and what's gonna happen here. Nothing. But we're gonna move on. I want to get into the city of Denton, about this crazy project they had inside the city, which was appearing to, they got millions of dollars in grants, and I haven't seen a single blade of dirt turn, so we're going to check that out. I think that's some kind of something going on with that. But anyway, okay, let's go back to the entrance. I just wanted you to know, December 24th, 2025, 1 year ago, 2024, the flood, the last big flood happened here. So we get floods still, like in the spring when we're living in a time where it's extreme. It's extremely dry right now. We might get extremely wet in April and May, like we have the last 2.5, 3 years. It is just impossible to predict anymore. But I'm telling you, one thing I can predict: fire. I used to live in California. I should be able to predict fire. All right, let's go take a look at the entrance. Probably about 300,000 people within 15 miles of here in a circumference. And I'm the only one stupid enough to care about this place out of 300,000 people. Nobody cares. Oh, this looks good. Oh, you got to see this. This is great. This is fantastic, isn't it? Oh, yeah, look at this. Yeah, restroom's closed. Is that a surprise? Look at this. Look at that. Spooky, man. That is spooky stuff. Wow. Gee, are we surprised? I'm sure we'd like to see in there. That's nasty, man. That is so nasty. Ugh. Ugh. Heebie-jeebies on that. All right, let me show you some of the great features that this great park used to have. So you can go down here. You just look right down here. Erase, erase, erase. All the way up to 428, okay? You want to erase all the way up to 428. That's where you basically have to dead end yourself or start and go north. You can go south, but I'm just telling you, there's no improvements there from 428 south. So 428 is the second part. I don't know if I mentioned that. Probably didn't mention it. Probably not worth mentioning. But let me show you some of the great features that this park used to have. This was your drop off or dropping off your canoe or kayak right here. And this, where we're walking down right here, this is where you would take with wheels or carry or drag your canoe or kayak down to the water. It's paved. There's pavement under there, okay? Trust me, there's a great sidewalk under there. Really, there is. And you had the rails on the side. See the rails right here? This is like something from Planet of the Apes, man. I'm talking Planet of the Apes. There we go. There's your railings on the side. Stairs going down. There are stairs under there. There's stairs under there. There are stairs under there. Trust me. And they go down to the water. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're going to go down there. We're going to go check out the Trinity River, the Elm Fork. I'm probably going to bust my ass on this mud because I don't have any hiking boots anymore. But if I do, yeah, I do. Let's get down on this. This mud. Mud here is like glass. It's like sliding on glass. So you just run down it like that. Make your way across. How's that? For one section of the Elm Fork of the Trinity River. I make you want to cry. Hey, it's better than the last time because this was covered with wood last time. Completely covered up with wood that looked just like this over here. So it used to look just like that, all in here. So this bowl, you can see the bowl's washed out. So let's go find the river, shall we? The real river. Not get bit by a snake. This is crazy, man. Let's go find it. Let's find the Trinity River, the Elm Fork. We're real explorers here. So don't get seduced by the green water you're going to see, because there are log jams down further to keep all the decent sized fish. Most of the decent sized fish from even coming in here. Boy, I wish I had 2 hands free. Whew. This is bad. Whoa. Okay. I gotta show you this. There's plenty of trash. Okay. I'm gonna lift the camera and change the angle. There you go. There it is, in all its beauty, and all its letting nature take its course. Thank you, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. I want to put out the thanks to everybody that won this award this year. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, City of Denton. The people, you guys, you get this award too for not caring. There we go. There's the 4 people. And of course, organizations like Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation, who don't give a hoot about anything, doesn't include a flat brim in it. This is it. And the reason we're here is because today is December 24th, 2025. The flood that happened here last was December 24th, 2024. From a blast of water from a downburst, I guess, up on the Clear Creek that comes into this and caused the flooding last time. I think I have video of that too. Check the descriptions, check for the names of people you're not going to contact, and have a great new year. I'm probably going to shut her down until January. Try to get over this ugliness and the futility of it all. It is futile.